everybody. Welcome to AJS News. This video 2 of 2 for today.
Guys, and the sponsor for this video is us, you guys. Thank you for sponsoring us. Thank you for continuing the Angry Joe Show. If you want to go above and beyond and make sure the show sticks around in its current form, check out our Patreon link down below. It helps keep things going, forms the backbone of the mobile infantry, and lets us rest easy and basically, continue to bring you the videos that we do. Thank you so much. Consider it. From time to time, we want to promote ourselves as well. So, subscribing here on YouTube helps a lot too. But yeah, if you want to go above and beyond and click those links down below, thank you so much. And Alex, take it away. What the hell else has been going on in gaming news?
There's a video game that we don't even have the release date for. It's called Kingmakers.
I'm actually excited for that one.
It's a crazy premise that I'm all about. It's like, what if you could travel back to medieval times with an M4 tank?
But not just that. In the trailer, you have modern weapons. You can travel back. I don't know why they're settling on this tank idea, because I thought there was cars.
That was sweet, though.
There was a horse with an AK-47, and you're in medieval battles.
It's super cool premise. Doesn't even have a release date, but it's already got a movie deal. So the planned big screen adaptation is being handled by Story Kitchen, that does Sonic the Hedgehog movies and is planning on making Dredge and Sifu, Disco Elysium television series, and all sorts of stuff. So like this could be a real thing that happens.
No shit.
Okay, but do you know that you don't need to buy the license to Kingmakers to make a movie about going back in time with modern weapons into a medieval battle? You actually don't really need to buy the license to that game.
You need the name so people know.
It's such a simple concept.
No.
Even the game was like, yeah, we don't really have a story. It's just like, let's just do this. Okay, we have a small story. It's like, here's a movie deal. Okay. Yeah. I'd say okay too, but I'm just wondering, you don't really need the license to that. It might be, but okay. Maybe good on you guys.
Maybe the video game tie-in is worth the small amount of money they gave them. I imagine that the license deal is
it's
very
huge.
Yeah. It's like, well, I've seen Army of Darkness. We can kind of do that kind of thing.
Good for them.
It's totally sweet. I want to watch a movie. Hopefully it's good, but it's like that's the kind of movie I want to watch. It's the kind of video game I want to play.
An old 80s kind of action film, like the old school stuff that they don't really make anymore.
Commando.
Commando, Time Bandits, something. Not the old Time Bandits, not the new Time Bandits shit. But, so that would be cool. It'd be cool to watch.
Yeah.
Budget would need to be, something significant. Say, $100 million if you want to do it right.
You just have
maybe $50 million actually. Yeah, because if there's not too much CGI and you're just armoring up and you have reenactors and stuff like that.
Let's do what Commando did. The same guy with a mustache died like 90 times in that one thing.
He has to catch the blade, though.
Yeah, he has to catch it and like make sure he stabs himself into the blood pack and stuff. It's like I'm in for that. Like
I'm always skeptical though. Dredge, Sifu, Disco Elysium, Vampire Survivors. Where is it?
Those two are animated, I think.
Animated series based on Vampire Survivors and Tomb Raiders.
Dredge is a cool concept. Sifu, super cool concept. Like I need to see what these look like. So
one of the companies behind Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
Is it the good company or is it
that's
one
what
of
I was saying.
Like,
one of the companies. We catered on the project. So no.
Good news out of Japan. Hi-Fi Rush.
Which,
developer.
by the way, Sonic movie, Sonic 3 is coming, and you also have Jim Carrey returning. Remember, he keeps retiring, and then they keep dragging him out for Sonic, which I'm happy for.
Yeah. He's dragging him out with giant bags of cash.
Giant bags of cash. Yeah.
So Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango gets a second life. So PUBG owner Krafton has acquired them from Xbox, so we thought that they were going to close down.
Yeah.
This was one that everyone's like, hey, why the hell are you closing this company down? It doesn't make any sense. You put out this amazing game. It's a smaller studio, and Xbox is like, well, the head of the studio, who was kind of the heart and soul of the studio, left, and so we don't really know what direction you're going in. We also don't have any Japanese companies that we can roll you into, so you just got to go. And everyone was upset by that decision. So this is great because Hi-Fi Rush was a great game. Hopefully Tango gets to continue to make it. So they still are going to be developing the Hi-Fi Rush IP. And hopefully it still gets to get released on Game Pass.
I want another one of those.
They
we had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, it's
they deserved it. It's not just one person that makes a game. Yes, it's one person's creative vision, and it can be responsible for a lot, but it takes a big team.
It takes a village.
Yeah, and that team is probably talented, and so we'll see what's next.
Yeah. One of the hot company, I know you love this company very much, Warner Brothers, is looking at outsourcing its famous IP to external game studios.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, because you can't fucking handle the IP yourself. You don't understand what people want, what fans want. You're chasing trends. You're chasing money. You're not chasing creativity. You're not chasing respect for the licenses. Yep. You know, the only problem is when you start licensing out, is it going to be like the early days of Games Workshop just licensing the 40K to anybody and everyone? Everyone. Now they realized, okay, let's try to do it a little bit better with, companies that we can trust in and stuff like that. Are they going to shotgun blast it, or are they going to, curate and be like, all right, who do you want?
Yeah. They said he says we have 11 studios here and we have a lot of IP, and there's a lot of interest among others in coming to take advantage of some of that IP for gaming, which we're looking at because, as JB said, we need to get bigger, and the IP that we own and the value that it has in the gaming space is something we're looking to take advantage of.
It honestly could just be more clicker games and more mobile garbage from other developers
DC
that
Super
aren't
Pets.
that aren't under the WB wing that are doing that already. Because there's already ones under that are doing it, but it could do more. So we'll see.
Yeah, this is coming off the fact that their gaming sector lost 41% in revenue, and Suicide Squad killed
Why?
Yeah, it's like they're hurting. And so the year before they put out something like Hogwarts, big value. They put time and they put effort into it.
This could create a death spiral. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League could actually be Suicide Squad kills the WB Games company. I'm serious.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, now we have to chase, revenue. Okay, and now we've just shotgunned our brand, and then more shit games are coming out, and then that could further death spirals even more.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah, because there's a lot more bad companies than there are good companies, and the bad companies do want to license the IP. I mean, look at stuff like Gollum, right? So Gollum comes out, they take an IP that everyone loves. They did such a terrible job that it literally killed their company. And so WB could look at these other smaller companies that aren't working on anything good. Because I don't know if it's Larian Studios that's like lining up and be like, hey man, I want to make a Justice League RPG, which I would fucking love. That would be awesome with the Larian. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, they would do great. Except for they're working on 2 games already, and they're fucking busy with their own stuff, and probably don't want WB's baggage. So it's like there's bad companies that are available. Like I'm sure who made Kong Skull Island? They probably want to make a Superman game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that's probably what's going to end up happening. And then, WB's like, okay, I want 20% licensing fees because I need the money.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they would say yes to a company that they're like iffy on because they need the money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd say, no, we don't need the money. We want it to be the highest quality, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with WB's licenses in the next 5 to 10 years. Because honestly, that's how long these things take. You get the news story now, Alex covers it, then we can say we told you so.
Yeah.
Wait like 4 years.
There's still the opportunity to get a new Superman game out in time for the movie. Because there's not
time.
Those low quality
There's
movie
no way
games.
There's time.
They're bringing them back.
Yeah.
There's no time for that. There would have to be one in secret development that nobody knew about.
Or it's just a reskin
for 2 years.
Garbage thing. And DC Super Pets, they just
'Cause
replace the pets with Superman.
It's mobile garbage.
Yeah. All right, we got some news from Take-Two. Lots of stuff about Take-Two. They have confirmed that Grand Theft Auto is still on track for its fall 2025 release date. And so no delays there. There's a lot of time between now and then.
For another delay.
I mean,
Speaking of misinformation, I saw on X there was a post of this one chick doing the twerking. See, because the engagement goes up. She's super sexy. Her booty's hanging out. And she's doing, like, sexual moves in the stripper. And they say, oh, man, the GTA 6 stripper's going to be like off the chain. Like, this movement is the best I've ever seen. And I was like, wow, that is legitimately hot, sexy, and I can't wait to go to the strip clubs in GTA 6. Turns out that was a video 2 years ago that has nothing to do with Grand Theft Auto 6, and it was for Meta
so you can add
VR
your notes.
and and community knows this. It's like it showed
You
up.
fucking liar.
It's like, see, god damn it, it's even misinformation for hype for video games. But some people will never see, and I actually don't think it was community notes. It was like another post on that post, but by somebody else that didn't even have the blue check mark. So it was like 57 posts down.
This is wrong, dummy.
And, exactly. And so, it's wild. Anyways, expanding on that other story.
Yeah.
You can do something about that.
Yeah, so GTA is on track, but there's still a ton of time for things to go wrong. But the Take-Two did put out their quarter one growth, saying that they did grow by 4%. They're like, hey, that's a tiny amount of money, but the stuff that we have coming is so big, so ambitious. We have a GTA coming out within the next year probably, and that probably means it's going to have $1 billion launch, because they typically do. So don't worry. We also got some news from Take-Two CEO. Says he wants you to give Borderlands the movie a chance. Let's give the film a chance.
We did, and it sucked.
Yeah. So they got our money. So
Yes.
he doesn't care about, because he already got our money, because we did it for our job. But he wants everyone else who's refusing to give them money to give the movie a
Do
chance.
not. It's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, it's really bad. And so he knows it's bad. He wants you to go watch it. Randy Pitchford knows it's bad, and he's like muting people and blocking people that actually have been supporting him for a really long time. We're talking about Borderlands streamers, people that their entire world is the Borderlands universe, and they're like, hey, I didn't think this was very good. It's like, blocked. Let's get these people out of here. And it's like, oh, this is not the way to go.
Makes them so bad.
Yeah. The movie did not do very well on its opening weekend. I think the numbers are still under 9 million for its opening weekend, which is not good, because we talked about it's probably cost about 120 million to make, plus another 30 for marketing. So that's really bad.
That's good though, because look, this is not what we wanted, and you can see the numbers are there.
Yeah. I'm glad that the people who worked on the movie already got paid for their time on the movie.
Yeah.
But if you were one of those people that are looking to make profits off the movie, what were you thinking? I mean, seriously, watch our full review. You can watch the casting, our discussion of the casting and the story making decisions. But it's just
Penn, Penn from Penn and Teller. Mm-hmm. All his stuff got cut out. A lot of some other people's stuff got cut out. Yeah.
Bobby Lee was included.
That's why we didn't see them. I was like, wait, but
so we
listed
figured out
that.
afterwards that his are completely cut. Because is he in the background somewhere?
Yeah.
Let's give the film a chance. Well, people didn't give the film a chance. It's a fucking, what was it, $4 million opening, and then by the end of the weekend it was 8.8.
You're doing it.
8.8 million.
You're doing it.
They're doing it to a $160 million budget. They made $8 million. 6% of what it cost to market, distribute, and make. Wow.
It was that bad.
Get working out for you, Lion.
Get good. Get good.
Just give the properties to the people who care about the properties. Now, I'm going to read you something, and then this is important.
And now I feel bad for Kate Blanchett. She's like,
she got a check, right?
But it's embarrassing now to watch her to be a part of a project like this. It makes 6% of what it is. It's embarrassing to be a part of a really bad stinker. She gets a check, fine. But it's some of the prestige, gets wiped away a little bit.
Michael Caine made a horrible movie in the 70s. I don't remember what it was. And they're like, hey, how do you feel about this movie? And he's like, I haven't watched it, but I can tell you that the house that it bought is gorgeous. Or so, that's not. And it's like, that's probably what these people look at. And so.
Oh, my God. So you know the story that I did with the strip club? So there is an actual video. Right? But it got pulled down. The media has been disabled in response by the copyright owner, right? So then that's what happened. Then copycats on X put a different one. Yeah. And then their engagement goes up because it's not So they just take random footage and then put it. You know, see, I hate this shit. It's just wild.
Eli Roth said that his dog is what inspired him. His pitch for the live action, and this is I want you to listen. This is important. This is the funniest part of the movie.
Okay.
Whenever I take her for a walk, she has to go to the bathroom. She won't let me look at her. I have to look away because she gets really shy. But one day I filmed her. She had that shy look on her face, and I was like, "That's Claptrap."
What?
You know the scene where Claptrap's shitting, and he's like, "Don't look at me."
And it turns into the lamest version of that joke, and it's real bad. It's real embarrassing. His dog shitting and looking embarrassed about it is what he believes Claptrap is in.
That's peak humor.
I think it's brilliant because
Peak
if you're
humor.
inspired by dog shit, you make dog shit.
Yeah.
So it's just
he
like,
actually nailed his vision.
yeah,
Dog shit.
yeah, perfect. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Eli Roth. You've made dog shit. Embarrassing dog shit.
Yeah, everyone
Embarrassing
involved
dog
was
shit.
embarrassed. Like you filmed dog shit. The dog didn't want you to
He was
watch.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
And you did it.
Nobody wanted to be there.
Kevin Hart wanted to be there.
yeah.
Stop it! Don't do that!
I mean that captures Roland perfectly, isn't he? He's exactly Oh wait, no, never mind. All right, let's talk about Dragon Age. Dragon Age: The Veilguard's combat is more technically demanding on the player. Which is why you're only going to be controlling your own character, and you will not be controlling the characters of your party members.
Why not?
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Why not?
Dragon Age, the game where you move around in a party with multiple people who follow you on your adventures, and historically you've been able to switch to to experience the different powers of the different classes, and then in really hard strategic battles you must switch to different things in order to get more juice out of the gameplay. You're telling me in the latest Dragon Age you only control one. Yourself.
Yep.
And your party members are AI controlled.
You can give them orders, but yeah, you will never take control. You can
You never take direct control of your party members.
Yeah.
Why did they make this change?
Because combat is too complicated for you dummies. All of you people who play this game are fucking stupid and could not possibly handle the amount of...
That cannot be what they said. That is the fucking stupidest reason. I need to quote.
We wanted you to feel like you are Rook. You're in this world. You're really focused on
Who
your
gives a
action.
fuck?
We very much wanted the companions to feel like they, as fully realized characters, are in control of their own actions.
I still felt that way before.
That is a PR bullshit. Run that through the bullshit translator, Joe. Where's the bullshit translator? In the closet? Broken. That shit broke down. There was too much bullshit. It's too much bullshit. You broke my bullshit translator. That means no, we didn't develop it. But the reason why we didn't develop it wasn't because we didn't develop it. It was because we have a singular vision, and the combat is more technically demanding on the player. It's too technical. Yeah. It's too demanding. And you're way more engaged if you play Rook.
Yeah.
Cool. You know that news story there was a little while ago, this Dragon Age director says, Hey, don't worry. We learned from Anthem. Don't you worry. We learned. It says, he said, the lesson we took is know what you're good at and then double down on it.
They double down?
Fucking up?
So so Dragon Age, one of the good things it was at is that you could control the different party members and experience the different classes in different ways, and then that you were good at that. So now you're going to double down on none of that and just play Rook.
They felt like they weren't good enough, so they didn't do that.
I don't like the direction Dragon Age is going, and it's like, why is everybody worried about Dragon Age? Everybody's wearing purple. Don't y'all like purple and green? Bright purple and green and wacky characters that look fucking shit. And by the way, you can't control those wacky characters so that you can identify with them more and invest in their stories. No, you only play Rook because Rook is going to be super, super interesting. Okay.
Gonna make you like him.
We'll see how that works out for you.
So they said, I will admit that on paper, if you just read that you have no ability to control your companions, it might feel like something was taken away. But in our testing and validating with players, we find is they're more engaged than ever, which is just, I don't believe that for a fucking second.
No, that's just, we haven't played Dragon Age in a fucking decade, and you're hoping that the TikTok generation that's now going to buy the game and the older players who've moved on to other things are just used to playing like that, and so they don't feel like it's any different or they've lost something when technically you have lost something.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in taking away layers of complexity. If you don't have to switch, great. If someone only wants to play Rook, great. Only play Rook. But taking away a layer of complexity so that's going to, like, something that I look for in these type of games just doesn't feel good.
Right. It makes you feel like you're a party rather than just
And then we played a bunch of games in the last couple of years where you thought you were going to be able to participate in the party as a party, and they locked you into fucking Star-Lord only, and you're like, look, this game is great outside of not being able to switch to the other party members. Or in the last Final Fantasy where you're just like, I only get to play... But why? In the other one, you let me play all of them, and that one was way better.
It's too complicated.
But it's too complicated for you, fucking dummy. You can't possibly handle the number of actions per minute. It's like, oh, okay.
All right, well,
cool.
I'll fuck off now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So glad. Can't wait. It's coming out. Okay. Well, that's what I got. Did you find anything else? Any good news?
No, that one really pissed me off. Great. Dragon Age Veilguards really shaping up. Shaping up nicely.
You're fucking it up.
Yeah, you're gonna. I don't know. I forgot to mention that Borderlands movie, the stunt coordinator said that they filmed the PG-13 movie. They filmed it for an R rating. They said we were blowing people's heads off.
Oh, God, they're learning from Zach.
And it was way more violent.
Give me the Eli Roth version.
Yes.
Nothing can go wrong.
We were cutting feet off. We were doing all of that. But then, a lot happens. We shot that nearly 3 years ago. We just finished it. So I guess a lot happens in post, and they see where it's going to go and what market they're aiming for. But literally, the idea was the carnage. Go for it. We'll sort of sort it out in post, that kind of thing. So they went crazy. It was a lot more bloody. It was a lot more visceral. But then reshoots and then cutting out. And then, and they said, hey, Eli loves horror. So this is where we pressed it on it. And,
Yeah, that's
so
the
bad.
producers don't like. I mean, he puts everything as PG-13. So,
and none of that is in the movie.
No.
All we get now, and I haven't talked about it at all. I just want to talk about how the stupidest, the way they sold this movie is Kate Blanchett jumping on the back of that car, and she does this like upside down, shooting like this, and I can't believe I've only said this now. It's the stupidest thing, Joe. Why is she doing this? And she like stands there for a minute, and then the film she's like there for a second. She would have got shot up terribly. It's a dumb move, and that's the move that is like, here's the movie. Go watch the movie because this move is cool. And everybody's like, that move is kind of dumb.
Now, this is the movie where you think about it more, you're going to get pissed off even more.
But Joe, the CEO,
He
Strauss
wants you to go
Zelnick says,
see it.
give it a chance.
No.
Give it a chance.
Tiny Tina is wearing bunny ears because, hey, it's Tiny Tina, right? And the costumes and the things.
Everyone was so annoying. It was bad.
I think they went into my closet and slapped it all together, and it just didn't understand the characters, but it somewhat looks like things. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so that's it.
How much money do you think this movie is going to make?
What? Well, if it made $8
30.
million in
I hope
the opening weekend,
because it doesn't open
I think it'll
internet.
get to $20 million over the next 7 weeks, and then as it peters out, the highest it's ever going to get is $20 million of its $150, $160 million.
It has not opened
30.
internationally in a lot of markets. So in 2 weeks' time, or it's like, well, now 1 week's time, it's going to open
in China.
I don't think it's going to be a big hit in China, but I think that
maybe
it could,
additional $10 million
10,
from
20,
there
yeah,
as
10,
well.
15.
So now you're getting to 30. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think the most it hits is 40. I think that's
40?
the hard
thinking
ceiling
30,
for that thing to come through, which would be a massive loss of money on this. Like, that's not recoup. That's like barely getting your marketing budget back.
Yeah.
So.
Oof.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's embarrassing for the video game community. It's embarrassing for us. It's like, how dare you do this on our behalf?
Yeah. Is it?
We were doing so well with video game adaptations, and
Better
here comes
alive.
Lionsgate drunk. I can do one too. Yeah, no, what do you got now? Borderlands? Yeah, it's fine. That's the one with Kate Blanchett in there, right? What?
It's up there with what is it, Dead or Alive?
You
right?
won't like what, Blood Rain?
Dead or Alive. Ooh, yeah. All his movies are fucking terrible. Oh my god. I think I'd rather watch Borderlands.
They're
than
bad,
those.
but
In the Name of the King 2?
Blood Rain I'd
Dolph
watch.
Lundgren in it.
Because you got that hot chick in it. Yeah.
that's such a weird casting choice in that movie.
Which one?
In the Name of the King.
Part 2? You were talking about
first one,
U-Boat?
too,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, in the Name of the King, that's Jason Statham, right?
Yeah.
Ray Liotta was a bad guy in there.
Ray Liotta was in
That
a
wasn't
couple
a
of them
movie,
of
was it?
his movies. I don't know.
That
Like
wasn't a game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, guys. So,
Good job.
thank y'all so much for watching this week. If you like what we do and you want to support what we do and continue it and enable us to upgrade all of our stuff, check it out down below. The Patreon goes to all of us, and we work hard. And thank you so much for watching and supporting the show. And we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.